I grew up in the UK and started my obsession with Sonic the Hedgehog there, so when I recently went back to visit family, friends, and more importantly get married, I used some of my limited spare time to do one of my favourite things: hunt for Sonic and Sonic accessories. Yes, that's right, I'm taking the Sonic Treasure Hunt international for the first time, and here's what I'm trying to achieve. Number 1, find Sonic merchandise in the UK. Number 2, find Sonic games, and as a subsection of number 2, see how different it is to find merch and games in comparison to here in Australia. Number 3, find a playable Sonic game in public. Number 4, explore my own history with Sonic. And number 5, gun? I'm not quite sure about that last one. Let's just see what's going on. And starting out, we're going back to where it all began for me. My hometown, Canterbury in the UK. Most well known for the big ass cathedral and probably Orlando Bloom, I guess. Canterbury was my home for 25 years. So it makes sense to look around and see how easy it is for me to get Sonic merch. And let me tell you, I didn't expect it to be that easy. In the UK, it genuinely feels like Sonic merchandise is in most major stores. I went into the local Asda supermarket and managed to find Sonic merch within 1 minute of entering the shop, including this nightmare-inducing Sonic car hybrid, which I absolutely had to buy for my collection, desperate for them to put this into Sonic Crossworlds. Anyway, in that same store, there was Lego, Jax figures, blind bags and other toys, even a Sonic the Hedgehog cake, which probably would have made an awful topper for a wedding cake. But it's not just toys and merch that this retailer sells, they actually sell games. Yes, they sell a small selection of video games, including Sonic X Shadow Generations for Switch. So in one fell swoop, we found Sonic merch and we found Sonic games. We love getting 2 trophies at the same time. But as you may have guessed, it didn't stop there. Yes, I found Sonic merch and games in the first store I went into, but I really wanted to have a look at the difference in finding Sonic merch and games in the UK versus Australia. It's no secret that I love collecting Sonic stuff. I mean, look, I got this recently. There's Tails a Cyborg, Sonic with Caliburn, which is really, really cool as well. And a friend gave me this monstrosity for my birthday. It's a Mr. Potato Head crossed with Sonic. Good God. And that's just a little bit of Australia. So what ranges do they sell in the UK? How much merch could I find? I went into a clothing shop called Primark and found licensed Sonic clothing, as well as a local bookstore which had Sonic colouring books and such. And then I went to the local second-hand shops, CEX and Level Up Games. I did not record inside these stores, however there were plenty of Sonic games. In CEX I actually managed to pick up Sonic Origins Plus on the PS4, which is for an upcoming video. And I also got something else, but you'll see that a little bit later on. And then I tried going into Game, the major retailer for video games in the UK. Jesus Christ. They're mostly contained within Sports Direct stores. So I'm in where Game is meant to be, and it's literally just a sports shop. It's crazy. What the hell? Like, I know it's meant to be a sports shop, but like, yeah, it's meant to be games. It was basically just a back wall and that's it. It's awful. Now, when I was growing up, Game used to be an amazing store. There was loads of really cool stuff in there. There was always Sonic stuff. And now it is a shadow of its former self, which is very, very, very unfortunate. But overall, in my hometown, could find a fairly good amount of Sonic the Hedgehog merch. And a side note, if you are ever in Canterbury in the UK, I definitely recommend going into Level Up Games. It's like a family-run retro shop. They're really, really knowledgeable, really, really kind, and there's a great selection. So go there, be nice to them. It's fantastic. It was then, though, that I explored outside of Canterbury and went to other local places. A seaside town called Herne Bay had Sonic basketball games in the beachfront arcades, and another city called Maidstone had a store called HMV, which had several bits of Sonic merchandise as well. During a visit to the capital city London, I found Sonic in a store called Forbidden Planet with lots and lots of different merch, as well as a little bit in the giant toy store Hamleys, albeit there was a surprising lack of Sonic there. I did find some Pez though, kinda sick. But the best place I found for Sonic was a shopping district called Westwood Cross in Kent. They had a bigger Sports Direct, which therefore had a bigger game in it, with plenty of fun Sonic merch like pop vinyls, Lego, and even remote control cars, as well as brand new Sonic games. There was also a little bowling alley with an arcade, and that had Sonic Prime prizes in there, as well as a couple of bigger Sonic items for collecting all the tickets. But the big one was Smith's Toy Store. This store was huge, and I was sure to find Sonic merch here, right? Oh, this is actually a really big section. Oh my god. Oh, well fuck me, look at all that. Oh. You just don't have any of this in Australia. What the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, this place had a lot of figures. The range was amazing, and honestly, I wish I was able to buy it all. Sonic collecting in the UK is so much easier. I mean, look, I haven't had a lot of time, but I've managed to pick up these things. Like, movie Super Sonic and Super Shadow, incredibly hard to find in Australia. This abomination, just not available. Metal Virus Sonic, definitely not available. And I even managed to pick up Sonic R on Sega Saturn really easily. Fantastic condition as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy in the UK. So much easier in comparison to Australia, as you've been able to see. I've been able to find Sonic really easily, and a fairly good variety. Finding stuff in Australia, it's possible, but there's not the variety. Comparatively, finding Sonic in the UK has been much simpler. The side bit is that finding video games, like physical video games in the UK, has been really difficult this time around. Like, we used to have all these things like Game, and there was Game Station and Electronics Boutique and stuff like that. And then you've got your second-hand shops. There were loads of games available in supermarkets as well. It was pretty simple back when I was living here. It's not simple anymore, and I know that sounds a little bit weird. I've really struggled to find brand new retail. I mean, like, as you saw, Game is like in the back of Sports Direct, like just a wall at the back, or a few shelves. That's all I've been able to find in several Sports Directs as well. I didn't film all of them, but like, you know, different places when I've been going around. The second-hand shops are around, but you know, you're limited by what stock people are trading in and stuff like that. The retail shopping experience for video games in the UK is so bad in comparison to Australia. Australia, it's very simple to find. And there's a decent variety as well. EB Games mainly, but you know, your JB Hi-Fis and stuff like that, your Targets, they carry a good variety of games. It's very simple to find them pretty much in every like major or even minor towns. You can find them somewhere, but yeah, the UK, not so easy. Now, as I said, I went to the UK to get married, and as is tradition, I had a bucks party or a stag party, depending on where you are in the world. My brothers arranged for us all to go to a couple of places in London for the stag, and yes, I'm wearing Sonic ears that my younger brother got at the Summer of Sonic in 2011, but more importantly, both NQ64 and Platform are places you can drink and play video games. We played various games. I did extremely well, of course, as you can see, and even got in some rounds of Sonic 2 against my older brother, which, fun fact, was the first video game I ever played. We'd play heaps of multiplayer Sonic as kids, so this was the perfect celebration for me. Later in the night, we popped back to NQ64 again, and I found a playable Mega Drive with Sonic 3, the greatest game of all time. So to sum it all up, yes, I managed to find playable Sonic games in public in the UK. Now also, like, first sentence in this video, I said that my obsession with Sonic the Hedgehog started in the UK, but whilst I was back there, I decided to have a trip down memory lane, and as part of a collaboration with Dr. Scottnick, I was looking for some stuff to give him, basically. It was really fun revisiting it all. I had a Sonic DS case, Nendoroid original release, Sonic Generations soundtrack, a bike helmet, some Sonic Generations figures, an Excalibur Sonic figure, horrible Christmas jumpers. There's so many cool items in this collection that I'd forgotten about, and revisiting this brought back some awesome nostalgia for me. I even found pictures of my room as a child with posters from the Fleetway Sonic comics as well, and a Sonic drawing signed by Takashi Iizuka as well. All in all, an awesome walk down memory lane for me. So I've done really well for this challenge. I've found Sonic games, I've found Sonic merch, I played Sonic in public, I've compared the UK and Australia as far as finding Sonic merch goes, and I've gone through my own history with Sonic. But there was still one more task left, wasn't there? While I was back in the UK after the wedding, we had a couple of days in London with a friend to show him around, and I wanted to film something here. You know what else was filmed in London? That is right. Whilst in London, I decided to try and find as many accessible locations from the Sonic Movie 3 as possible. Let's do it to it. This is Buckingham Palace. So yeah, Sonic entered over there, around through, and exited out of there. There's the London Eye, and Sonic was sitting probably just at that top one there. Yeah, nice work, good lad. No, he's not up there. Oh well. This is probably as close as I'm getting to Abbey Road. And then we have Elizabeth Tower with Big Ben the Bell inside, and that is roughly, if I'm correct, this should be like around there. That's where Knuckles would have gone and stood, because he would have launched himself all the way over there. Obviously Sonic runs up the London Eye. We know he's sitting there on top, but yeah, I think could have kind of over there, and then Tower Bridge, which is where Gun Headquarters is, over there. So that is where we're looking for Knuckles. I want to note that I didn't have the time to get to Abbey Road, nor could I get to the building where Tails was operating from in the heist. But I discovered something that I found so interesting when I got to Tower Bridge, the location of Gun HQ in the movie. This is Tower Bridge, canonically in the Sonic universe. That is the location right there of the gun headquarters. You can see the dome over there, a little bit on the top there, and that matches up if you look at the screen. So yeah, that is where gun headquarters is, which is really cool. A little bit of a different view of Tower Bridge. Lots of things have happened, some nice, probably not. Lots of worse things have happened here. But the most famous thing in history is that Sonic ran up the other side, ran up there and launched off, and then went into gun headquarters. Not bad. Good clearance. Impressive. The Eclipse cannon comes out of there. But there's also something really interesting, because we turn around here. Yeah, this is the Tower of London. And if we go back into the clear, Robotnik and crew come out here and then they look across, but that's not what actually happens. The place is actually just past Tower Bridge, just past there. Shad Thames, I think that is where they actually shot that part, so the perspective is technically wrong. It's really interesting because they're coming out over there and then looking out at gun headquarters.
Revenge Guac.
Now that I'm on the other side, let's get a little bit of a better look. So that's Butler's Wharf. This is kind of Shad Thames we're looking at over here. Now, my personal bet is that they come up somewhere kind of just over that side there. I reckon that's where Robotnik and crew come up. Not quite sure. Because there's got to be somewhere between the buildings. I think it's those bright orange ones. I'll have to have a look. I'm going to go explore when I can and see if I can find the exact point they come up. But yeah, I reckon we're looking over there. So here on the other side of the Tower Bridge, yeah, so definitely the skyline doesn't match up on that front. So this is where they all came up. Would have been around here, kind of in that direction, but the skyline actually matches on this side. So yeah, this is looking kind of similar to, you got the little bridges coming out over. I don't think this is literally where it would have been though. I think it's closer to the edge of the river. We'll find out. So, and this is the pier. So this is what do you call it? Butler's Wharf Pier. There's a lot of restaurants down here. I am wondering if maybe it's a little bit further down is where we'll find kind of more of the exact place where they came up. But I do think it might have been that main walkway with the shops. I do think it might have been that earlier. So still walking along. I don't think this is gonna make sense as far as like the perspective goes. I don't think I'm gonna find the exact entrance where they were. It has been really fun looking for all of the places for Sonic Movie 3's locations. It's been really fun. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find the exact locations. Just look, even here, let me just swap. You know, I come around the corner, it's almost at the end here, and it's got not much. It's definitely not looking like it. It's cool and all, don't get me wrong, but I do not think that this is it. Bit of a shame of course, but man, it's been so fun looking for these locations and trying to find them all out. Yeah, definitely up for doing this in other countries actually. I should go around try and find locations again. Maybe if I ever visit America again. Look, right at the end. Oh well. So walking back, I think this is most likely the filming location for where... I think this is most likely a filming location for when they came up. Yeah, I reckon this is it. When they came up out of the sewer, that's probably it. And then they kind of look and would have seen gun headquarters through there. But obviously that back doesn't work because it doesn't have the little bridges or anything. So that is in a slightly different location, which I will go find now. At the end of that road, there are those bridges. There's no sewer spot. So yeah, this would be it. In Shad Thames. So it'd be probably at the end, right up the end there, is where they would have got the backing for the shot where they come up. Probably would have been filmed just there, out onto the water, looking out onto gun headquarters. This is where they were filming it. It's crazy. It's really cool. Oh man. This is also definitely a location where they filmed Doctor Who as well. There's an episode of Doctor Who they did too. Easy. Oh, this has been great. And that is it for filming locations for Sonic 3. This has been an awesome little treasure hunt. Fantastic. Man, I need to do more of these. And that's that. We found Sonic merch, found Sonic games, played Sonic in public. I've explored my history with Sonic as well. and I found as much from the Sonic Movie 3 as I could as far as filming locations go. Truly a grand Sonic adventure, and even better because I got married there as well, and it was fantastic, and I won't stop talking about it because it was an amazing day. Of course, I'm back in Australia now, and that's a good thing because I got a creator pass for PAX Australia 2025 so that I could meet the Australian Sonic community and find more Sonic in Melbourne. So like this video, get yourself subscribed and get those notifications on for the next part of this Sonic journey.